I'm so glad righteousness is back in style. The more wisdom you get, it's hard to crack a smile. Everything I used to do is backwards now. Your life is what you make it. Learned that as a child. They say what goes around comes back around. The Bible say you sow it, you gon' reap it. I can vouch for that. Don't be idle, time is precious. You can't get them hours back. Never let your flesh tell you how to act. Say you gon' pull up like where them talents at. Put in work. The Ruach is the gasoline, your body is the vehicle. When you get low, go to the pump. That's the word. The Messiah is the way. Let him steer you. Don't let nobody take you off the path. Stay focused on him and him alone. Let's get it. Please do not disturb. Right now we in this word. They gon' get this work, this motivation for the church. In times on my shirt, yes. We put our first. I'm thankfully woke me up. I was asleep, now I'm alert. Probably wouldn't be living if I got what I deserve. Got it out the dirt. How did I emerge? His mercy. Virtue getting low, it's time to purge. Let's commit a fast. Get this leaven out us while there's still a chance. If you did it, confess it and stay repentant. Don't live in the past. Level up. We got bigger tasks. Come on, bro. How much time do we really have? I don't know, but it's the wrong time to be switching paths. It's the wrong time. I ain't gotta tell you. If you got 2 eyes, you can see what time it is. If you can't discern, I don't think you ever gonna learn. Get around somebody that's in the word, somebody that's walking, keeping the faith. They gonna tell you the same thing that I've been telling you on this record. They tell you the same thing. You about to hear on the next track, and the track after that, and the track after that. It don't stop. In times, we gonna wake up the tribes. We the voice in the wilderness. What?
The book of Psalms, chapter 100, verse 3. Know ye that God, he is God. It is he that has made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. All praises to the Most High God. All glory to the Most High God. We are blessed and fortunate enough to be here for another Shabbat class, to be able to rehearse the righteous acts of keeping our weekly feast day, which is the Shabbat. Today's class is feeding the sheep if thy eye be single. Feeding the sheep. That's why we came in with that precept, Psalms 103. Psalms 100, verse 3 is when we do these classes, Israel, no matter what count, no matter what teacher, when these brothers break this down, us as the Israelites, we need to understand that we are sheep and our shepherd is the Most High and his son. We are sheep and our shepherd is the Most High and his son. So these classes is what feed us. These classes is what make us stronger, what makes us better, what edifies us, what rebukes us, what corrects us, right? If thy eye be single, give me Matthew 6 and 22. We finna break that down. We finna go into what is this talking about. Let me get there with you, Yosef. Let me get there with you, bro. Let's get it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
The light of the body is the eye.
Mm-hmm.
If therefore thine eye be single,
Mm-hmm.
thy whole body shall be full of light.
Keep reading, bro.
But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
What is this going into? If thy eye be single, your body will either be full of light or full of darkness. What is this going into? Jump up to 19, Yosef.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth,
Uh-huh.
where moth rust does corrupt,
Uh-huh.
and where thieves break through and steal.
What this is going into, it lets you know, is warning you to not lay up your treasures on earth, meaning a savings account. If you're trying to close and take care of certain bills and have an emergency fund for yourself and your family. But the true storage, our true savings account is in the spiritual realm. Our true savings account is in the spiritual realm. Keep going.
For where your treasure is,
Uh-huh.
there will your heart be also.
It say, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So when it goes into this eye, it's speaking about what in modern day time, what people may consider what? The third eye or the mind. The mind sees as well, right? You close your eyes. If you visualize something, I can look at Cap phone. And if I close my eyes, I can still see Cap phone. What is that? That is the mind. And then it said, wherever your heart be, that's where your treasure also. Well, first and foremost, you got to understand that the heart is the mind as well, right? But we can prove that. Give me Genesis 6 and 5. Give me Genesis.
The book of Genesis.
Give me a second, yo. Give me Genesis 6 and 5. Let me get that with you, bro. Bring that book out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth,
Uh-huh.
and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart.
It say, wait. It say every what?
Imagination of the thoughts of his heart.
Hold on. So you wait. So that beating thing in you, what it trying to say? It say no. So this don't think
Every imagination of the thoughts of his heart.
of his heart. That is his mind. The third eye, that what people like to say. This. It say every imagination of the thoughts of his heart. So it's letting you know that this heart is the mind. We got some more proof. Give me Judges 5 and 15. Give me Judges 5 and 15.
The book
Let me
of
get
Judges.
that with you. Y'all ain't playing. Let me get that with you. Let me get that with you. The mighty Yosef. Bring that down when you get a chance, bro.
The book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And the prince of Issachar
Uh-huh.
were with Deborah,
Uh-huh.
even Issachar, and also Barak.
Uh-huh.
He was sent on foot into the valley
Uh-huh.
for the visions of Reuben
Uh-huh.
that were great thoughts of heart.
They said there were great what?
Thoughts of heart.
There were great thoughts of heart. Another precept giving you the understanding that first and foremost, the heart is the mind, which in modern day time people call what? The third eye, the pineal gland. The heart is the mind. So when it say when thy eye be single, it's talking about your mind being in focus mode, right? The heart is the mind. Let me give one more just in case you don't believe it. First Chronicles 28 and 9. First Chronicles 28 and 9.
The book of First Chronicles, chapter 28 and verse 9.
Take your time.
And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart.
Let's say with a what?
Perfect heart.
With a perfect heart. Keep going.
And with a willing mind.
With a willing mind. That, believe it or not, is a code within itself. It lets you know to have a perfect heart, you have to have a willing mind. Meaning what? You have to have a mind that continues to be diligent, that continues to be, that continues to endure, that continues to try to move forward, to try to do better, to try to do better, a heart that continues to repent, a heart that continues to cleanse itself. Keep going.
For the Lord searches all hearts.
He said he what?
Searches all
He
hearts.
searches hearts. He know whether or not if you're doing things out of good intentions, out of bad intentions. He know whether or not if you're doing things for the eyes of men. He know whether or not if you're doing things for vanity. He know if you're doing things for self-gain. He knows these things. Keep going. You good, you good. You said Lord searches all hearts.
All hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All hearts. Imagination of the thoughts.
No, go. All hearts and what?
Imagination.
No. Lord searches all hearts and
Salaki. And understandeth all imaginations.
And understandeth all imaginations. Understandeth all imaginations. Keep going.
Of the thoughts.
Of the what?
Of the thoughts.
Of the what?
Of the thoughts.
Of the thoughts. That's another precept saying imagination, thoughts, hearts. That's the mind, which in modern day time, people refer to as what? The third eye, which is the pineal gland that goes into your focus, that goes into what you pursue, what you care about, what really matters to you. And the only way to know is by your routine. So you can come on the Sabbath and be the best prophet in the world. You can come on the Sabbath and be the best wife in the world, the best husband in the world, the best prophetess in the world, the best child in the world. But what you do Sunday, what you do Monday, what you do Tuesday, what you do Wednesday, what you do Thursday, what about prep day? What you do on those days, that lets the Most High know where your heart is, where your mind is, where your focus is. That's the whole point of it. We have to train our minds to get into a routine of righteousness. A routine of righteousness continuously. Give me Matthew, go to Matthew 26. Go to Matthew 6 and 23. I'm finna get more to it. You got some cap?
Yeah, let me capitalize on what the brother bringing out with focus. I want to share with Israel, when you're dealing with focus, focus is pretty much is essential key towards salvation.
That's right.
A lot of time when you think about Israel, our biggest concept with this walk, we cannot stay focused. Give me Proverbs chapter 4, and we're gonna go read verse 20 to 23. Because dealing with the wisest king of them all, King Solomon, which wrote Proverbs, he addressed the concept of being focused. Proverbs chapter 4 and start at verse 20.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 20. My son, attend to my words.
Notice what he's saying in his writing. Attend to what?
My words.
This Bible, the law, statute, and commandments. Read on.
Incline thy ear.
And incline what?
Thy ear unto thy sayings.
Get understanding. Incline. Pay very close attention to the sayings. Read.
Let them not depart from thine eyes.
Okay, from thy eyes.
That's
what we
right.
talking about today. Read.
That's right.
Keep them in the midst of thine heart.
Going to what the brother bring it out. You say, keep the words, keep the orders of the Most High God in the midst of your mind.
That's right.
Constantly. This is that format of what you brother talking about. Having that focus. Read on.
For they are life.
For they are what?
Life.
That's
read.
Unto those that find them.
I love how
That's
they say,
right.
for they are life unto those that find them.
That's right.
This is very important about being focused in this walk.
That's right.
Finish it out.
And health to
and hold up, not only what it say life, it say health into what?
All their health. Flesh.
Into all their flesh. Finish it out.
Keep thy heart with all diligence.
So King Solomon is right. He said, keep thy mind with all diligence.
That's right.
Read.
For out of it.
For out of what?
Out of it.
Read.
Are the issues of life.
That's
the issue of life.
That's right.
So just want to capitalize on brother, bring it out. Focus is very important in this walk to salvation, Israel. That's all I got.
That's right. I'll praise to the Most High for that, Cal. Go to Matthew 6 and 23. I'll praise to the Most High. I'll praise to the Most High. Let me get that with you too, bro. finna break this thing all the way down. Bring it out when you get a chance. We're gonna start at 23.
The book of Matthew,
Uh-huh.
chapter 6, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
But if thine eye be evil,
Let's say if thy eye be what?
evil,
Uh-huh.
thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Should be full of what?
Darkness.
Keep going.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness,
Uh-huh.
how great is that darkness?
What is it saying about this darkness? What darkness is this speaking of if your eye is evil? What darkness could you fall into for not being focused, for not being diligent with keeping thy mind? What darkness? Let's go into it. Give me Matthew 15 and 7. Give me Matthew 15 and 7.
The book of Matthew,
Uh-huh.
chapter 15, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Ye hypocrites,
You what?
hypocrites,
Uh-huh.
well did Esaias prophesy of you, saying,
Uh-huh.
this people draweth nigh unto me
Uh-huh.
with their mouth,
With their mouth, uh-huh.
and honoreth me with their lips,
Honoring me with their lips, uh-huh.
but their heart,
But their what?
their heart,
But their what?
their heart
Their mind, keep going,
is far from me.
is far from me. Let's see where Christ got that from. From it said Isaiah, which we know is what? Isaiah.
That's right.
Let's get Isaiah 29 and 13. Because think about it. If I'm quoting Kamanah told me something, and I said, well, just like Cap said, so-and-so, I'm only speaking on it briefly. Isaiah got more to say on that subject that Christ spoke on. Give me that when you get a chance, bro.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 13.
Bring it out, bro.
Wherefore, the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near unto me
Uh-huh.
with their mouth
Uh-huh.
and with their lips,
Uh-huh.
but honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
But have what?
Remove their heart far
Notice
from
that
me.
it said removed. Meaning that this is something that you have done. This is something that we do in this walk. This is something that we do as God's people. The Most High get us in a solid situation. He'll take us through blessings. He'll take us through lessons. We'll learn things. We'll get better. And then what we'll do, we'll fold on them in some type of form or fashion. He done got you a routine. You've been reading your Bible throughout the week. You've been getting your fast in monthly, weekly. You've been making sure you study your precepts. You've been making sure that you pray. You've been making sure that you instruct your wife with knowledge whenever you have the time. And then you get to the point to where you start focusing on what? The riches of the world. You start focusing on what? The bills coming in. So now what you want to do, you, instead of spending that time with your wife, instead of spending that time with the Most High for yourself, you want to get another job. And y'all may not even need it. You want to get it just so you can do things and look like the rappers, or look like the pastors, or look like whomever trying to keep up with the Joneses. But when you do that slight thing, taking that time away from the Most High, that's you removing your mind from him. Keep going.
And their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
And now you get to the point that the scriptures is not your fear anymore. Your scriptures is old sayings, old wise sayings. Don't split a pole. Don't do this. Now your scripture is the commandments of man instead of the commandments of the Most High God. How you know that? Read 14.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among these people.
Keep going, bro.
Even a marvelous work and a wonder,
Keep going, bro.
for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish.
The what?
Wise men shall
It
perish.
say the wisdom of the wise men shall perish, meaning the wise sayings, that wise uncle you got that may know how to work on cars, that auntie that may have some money, that grandparent you may have that was successful in this, individuals in your family that may have the enemy's college and their degrees. That wisdom is going to perish. That wisdom is not going to help you. He's going to put you in a place to where that wisdom is not going to bring you happiness. It's not going to bring you rest. It's only going to be his words. Keep going.
And the understanding of their prudence be hid.
He's saying the understanding of the prudent man shall be hid. Men that you knew that knew how to take care of business, all of a sudden you're going to understand that they really wasn't. Because if you're not taking care of the Most High God's business first and foremost, all the rest of the business is null and void. You're doing it for naught. It's going to perish away. It's going to wither away. The only thing that's going to stand is what you do for the Most High. That's going to stand the test of time. That's going to stand every lifetime, every generation that come in front of us. That's what's going to make it. It's not going to be what man think is all right, what man think is cool, what man think is, you know what I'm saying? What your mama think. That's not it. It's what the Most High want. It's what he need us to do. Bring that out, bro. You got something?
Let me just back up on what he's saying. And my thing is this, like we understand, like Paul said in his writing, if a man strive for pretty much mastery, he got to strive what? Lawfully.
That's right.
So we know you have to grind, you have to do what you have to do in this captivity, but guess what the Bible says? You have 6 days to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Go contrary to the scripture, what you will bring it out. I'm going to read this right quick. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that do the will of God abide forever. So when it goes to what he's saying, everything else that you do that's contrary to the will of the Father is going to pass away.
That's right.
It might benefit you now for the time being. That's why it's very important to stay focused. Don't lose your focus. We like this. Don't lose your salvation trying to make a buck.
That's right.
Don't lose your salvation trying to please the curve of his word.
That's right.
Do what you got to do, but don't lose your salvation.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Give me James 1 and 22.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 22.
Let me get that with you because we still breaking down this darkness. What darkness, if you are not focused, is going to overcome you? What darkness will take over your life and eventually destroy you? Keep going.
But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
That's what Isaiah and what Christ was speaking on. It said, although they honor me with their lips and their mouths, it said their hearts are far from me because they are not living the word. They're not trying to live the word. We get to times in our walk that we are not keeping the Most High God words in the forefront and putting them into action. And when we do not put his words into action, we're deceiving ourselves. And this is one of the greatest darknesses. This is one of the greatest darknesses that could pollute the mind. Don't believe me? Give me Jeremiah 17 and 9. We finna go into this deception. It say, because if you don't do the words, you deceiving your own selves. Let's go into the understanding on that deceiving your own self. Let me get that with you, bro. Jeremiah 17 and 9. Get that with you, bro. Bring it out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Who what?
Who can know it?
Who can know it? It say the heart is deceitful above all things. So when it comes down to deception, you need to understand you got to watch out for your leaders, whether it's in camps, whether it's in Islam, whether it's in Christianity, whether it's in Buddhism. You got to watch out for leaders, and you also got to watch out for family members, whether it's your intermediate or extended, whether it's your spouse or your child. You got to watch out for all things, but above all of that, you can fool yourself.
That's right.
Above all the people that try to fool you, know that you will try to fool you first. The heart will fool you first, your own heart. It says the most deceitful above all things. So that means your own mind can trick you. So that's why the eye will go towards darkness. The mind will go towards darkness. And then you become that darkness because you then tricked yourself by what? Not keeping the word, not living the word, not putting that word into your routine, not rehearsing the righteous acts, not maintaining the fruits of the spirit, that's how you go into misdirection. Give me Sirach 10 and 19. Give me Sirach 10 and 19.
The book of Sirach,
Let me get that with you, bro. Bring that book out.
chapter 10, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
They that fear the Lord is a sure seed.
Restart the shit again, bro.
They that fear the Lord, sure seed.
They that fear the Lord are a sure seed. They are a sure seed. This should be a cut for everybody in Israel, whether you doing the right thing or not, because it's letting you know you have to fear him in order to make it to the kingdom. Why it say a sure seed? That means it ain't nothing to question. Because you fear him, that means what? You're gonna do what he say. You're gonna do the words. You're gonna put them into action. You're gonna rehearse the righteous acts. You're gonna try your best. You're gonna continue. You're gonna repent. You're gonna get yourself better. Right? Keep going, bro.
And they that love him,
And they that what?
love him,
Uh-huh.
an honorable plant.
An honorable plant. Keep going.
They that regret not the law,
No. They that what?
regard not the law,
Uh-huh.
are a dishonorable
It
seed.
say they that what?
That regard not the law, are a
Or
dishonorable.
dishonorable seed. And keep going.
They that transgress the commandments
Uh-huh.
are a deceivable seed.
Or a deceivable seed. Deceiving your own selves. The heart is the most deceitful above all things. Are you seeing how it connects? It say they that what? They that transgress the laws of God are a deceivable seed. Being able to be deceived by yourself and by others starts with you not keeping the laws. You not keeping his words. You not keeping his sayings. It starts with that. It starts with us. This is how you can get tricked out of position. This is how you can get tricked out of position. Right? Give me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10. Let me get there with you. We're finna go into the different forms of deception. This is one of the greatest darknesses that can cover the body. Through what? Through the mind. It starts with the mind. Let me get there with you. Bring that book out, bro.
The book,
My bad. Go ahead.
the book of 2 Thessalonians,
Uh-huh.
chapter 2, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And with all deceivableness,
It said with what?
all deceivableness
Uh-huh.
of unrighteousness.
Of what?
Unrighteousness.
Of unrighteousness. That deception within the mind, that deception amongst others, people being able to deceive you in the first place. It starts with unrighteousness. Keep going.
in them that perish.
And what?
Them that perish.
Keep going, bro.
Because they receive not the love,
Because they what?
receive not the love of the truth,
Uh-huh.
that they might be saved.
It say because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
That's right.
That they might be saved. Let me get, keep going, bro. Read 11.
And for this cause,
Uh-huh.
God shall send them strong delusion.
It say for what?
God shall send them strong delusion.
It say for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion. Meaning not only are you going to get the seed of deception or self-deception, right? He's going to make the deception strong. The more unrighteous habits you put into your routine, the more unrighteous habits that you develop through the course of your life, he's going to make you believe stronger delusions. Keep going, bro.
That they should believe a lie.
You're going to believe a lie. Now you're going to believe what? Now you're going to believe that the holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter ain't that bad if you celebrate it for a good reason. Now you're gonna believe what? That all the days are holy. You just whatever day you choose.
Whatever you choose.
Now you're gonna believe that Christ is not your head, man. And you gonna be like talking about the Most High. But if you don't receive the Son, you ain't gonna be able to get the Father.
That's right.
Same thing with the woman. Woman, now you're gonna believe the man is not your head. And thinking you're gonna be able to receive Christ without your man. Right? We all going through it. We all have our heads. We all have different things that we have to do. Keep going. Was that it on that?
That's it on that.
Give me Romans 1 and 28. Let's go into this deception, man. Let's go into this deception. So now that your mind is in full-blown deception, or your spirit is in full-blown darkness, now you go into a certain type of mind state. What's that mind state? Keep going.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge.
It say they did not like to retain God in their knowledge. So you got some brothers out here that know better, but they mad they know better. Man, it was easy. Life was easy, man, before I learned about this truth. Life was easier before I learned. You know what I'm saying? I was closer to my family before this truth. I was better in my video gaming before this truth. I had a lot of money before this truth. I was a hustler before this truth. Now, but you don't like to retain the knowledge of the righteousness now that you know it. Keep going.
God gave them over.
He said what?
God gave them over.
Since you don't appreciate me, since you don't appreciate this word, since you don't appreciate this life, this everlasting life, keep going. He said, God, what?
Gave them over.
To what?
To a reprobate.
To a what?
Reprobate. Mind.
What?
Mind.
Reprobate mind. That goes into that eye, which is the mind going towards darkness. You're going back to Pornhub. You're going back to the strip clubs. You're going back to shooting dice. You're going back to selling drugs. Some of you brothers going back to homosexuality. Huh? Pedophilia. Some of you brothers, the Most High brought y'all through some stuff. And he was going to probably keep it a secret, but you going back. You thinking that it's not real. You're not appreciating the mercy he gave you. So yeah, we're going to send you back over there. Keep going, bro.
Which are not convenient.
He said, which are what?
Not convenient.
He said, which are not convenient. These things that he's going to allow your mind to go back to, these are not convenient for your spirit. This doesn't help you in no type of form or fashion. It's for your destruction. Right? Give me, where we at? Give me 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Give me 2 Corinthians 13 and 5.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves.
It say what?
Examine yourselves.
It say examine yourselves. Keep going.
Whether ye be in the faith.
Meaning take this opportunity, Israel. You know whether or not if you slipping on your pimping, man. You know whether or not if you slipping in your walk, man, before anybody else know. You know it's certain things that you know to do better in, you choosing not to. Because of lack of discipline, because of lack of want, or because you don't want to keep the knowledge in the first place. Those that want to keep the knowledge, they may fall, but what? They gonna get back up because they know the knowledge is life. They know the truth is life. They know without this truth, they're done for, right? You going, bro?
Prove your own self.
Say prove what?
Prove your own
This
self.
ain't for your partner. This ain't for your brother. This ain't for your camp leader. This ain't for your wife. This ain't for your husband. This for you. When you examine yourself, you're examining this for you. You're examining it for you. For your life. Keep going.
Know ye not your own
He
selves.
said, know ye not your own selves? This Paul saying, you know better. You know what's going on. Keep going.
How that Jesus Christ is in you.
When you got the word of God in you, when you got the laws of God in you, that's Christ in you. That's that knowledge that he's speaking about. But some brothers don't want to keep Christ. Some brothers don't think Christ is that popping. Christ might not be popping. I like my boy. What's his name? Well, he always be saying Jesus is popping. He got the my boy. You know what I'm saying? Brother got a zeal. Yo, Christ. Some brothers might Christ ain't popping. Right? Keep going.
Except ye be reprobates.
Except ye be reprobates. Meaning you ain't worried about no self-examination. If you ain't worried about self-examination, that means what? You are already there. You are already in a reprobate state of mind. If you worried about proving things to man instead of proving things to yourself, you are already a step closer to that reprobate mind.
That's right.
If you're not trying to fix certain things, not saying you might not be going through certain things, but if you're not trying to fix those certain things, then you may already have a reprobate mind. Right? Your eye might have your body covered in darkness. But there's an opportunity. These are the purposes of the classes. These why we are feeding the sheep. The sheep go through things. We go through things. And we need this word in order to see the light. We need the word of the Most High in order to get better, to improve ourselves. They say what the word cut asunder, right? Allow it to cut you. Accept the reproof. Get better for yourself. And when you're a better self, then you can be better for your spouse. Then you can be better for your brother, better for your parents, better for your children. But you have to get better for yourself first. Give me 2 Timothy 3:8.
The book of 2 Timothy.
Let me get that with you. Bring it out, bro.
Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth.
Resist the truth. If you notice, we going through just like our third precept about something resisting the knowledge of God, resisting Christ. It's always about some resistance with this reprobate mind, with this dark mind, with this deceived mind. Keep going.
Men of corrupt mind.
Men of what?
Corrupt mind.
Keep going.
Reprobate.
What did it say?
Reprobate.
It say reprobate. Keep going.
Concerning
the faith. Resisting the truth of God, resisting the Sabbath, resisting the fruits of the Spirit, resisting rehearsing the righteous acts, resisting the holy days, resisting Matthew 18:15, resisting fleeing from sin. That brings forth deceived reprobate minds. Right? Meaning deceived eyes. Eyes that are focused on dark things, not the light things of the Most High. Give me, you got some cap. Bring some.
All right. To capitalize on what Bruce bring it out today, all praise to the Most High. I want y'all to really analyze something. We're going to the title again, Feeding the Sheep, If Thy Eye Be Single.
That's right.
Imagine the concept of the person, the individual, the teacher that's feeding the sheep, eye is not single. And I say this in a format, picture being taught by an individual that don't have no desire for salvation. We're going to go somewhere. Give me Romans chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 20. I love Paul writing. Because when you go back to what we just read a while ago, what we was at, you was at
we was just at
Timothy 3:8.
Come, 2 Timothy 3:8.
3:8. What it say? Men of corrupt mind. I want y'all to analyze this. This is a big issue. When the individual that's feeding the flock have a dark eye. This is what Paul's saying in this writing right here. Romans chapter 2, we're going to start at verse 20. Because this is what Paul is speaking and saying. Watch this.
The book of Romans chapter 2 verse 20. An instructor of the foolish,
Paul said, as he was edifying, he's addressing. I'm an instructor of the foolish. I've been a former public school teacher before. I'm sure some with you. Hey, trying to teach the foolish, trying to teach someone that don't have a desire to learn. I don't care how hard you can teach. You're gonna go home with many headaches. So Paul said, what? An instructor of what?
of the foolish,
No, the scholars.
of the foolish,
No, the highly intelligent.
of the
He
foolish,
said of the foolish. Now watch what he say. Read.
a teacher of babies,
Of babes.
of babes.
So when
Right.
you look at the format of what he's saying, he got to be meek with this. He got to be very gentle with this.
That's right.
When he said teacher of babes, read on.
Which has the form of knowledge,
Okay.
and of the truth in the law.
I'm gonna share something with you. Trying to teach someone that already knows something is harder to teach someone that don't know nothing. Because they trying to correct you and you trying to correct them. Now watch this. This what you got to realize. If their eye is not single. Listen to what Paul say. Read. 21.
21.
Because you try to teach, but you got so many distractions.
That's right.
You try to teach, but your eye, which is your mind, is not single.
That's right.
Paul addressed this. Read.
Thou therefore, which teachest another,
Okay.
teachest thou not thyself.
So Paul is addressing. Hold up. Let me make y'all understand this. Paul is addressing to the teachers of Israel. Though thou which teaches another, you teaching everybody in this room. He said, teachest thou not thyself? And you got the King James version, you see the question mark. He's addressing the teacher. Bro, you talking, but you ain't moving how you talk.
That's right.
Read on.
Thou that preachest a man should not steal,
Now read on.
dost thou steal?
Paul said, do you steal?
Uh,
You teaching righteousness, but you got an evil eye.
uh,
You're moving in darkness.
Mm.
We have to understand this, like brother bring it out. We got to examine ourselves.
that's right.
We got to examine every aspect of this walk towards salvation. That's all I got on
That's
that.
right. I'll praise to the Most High.
Mhm.
Man, I'll praise to the Most High.
Mhm.
Let me get Ephesians 4 and 14. Let me get that with you. Ephesians 4 and 14.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
And like Cap said, when certain individuals are being taught by hypocritical teachers that are in darkness, right? They may tend to lead you from one form of thinking to another form of thinking,
That's right.
to one way to do something to this way to do something, right?
That's right.
Keep going. Said being tossed what?
To and fro,
Uh-huh.
and carried away with every wind of
It
darkness.
say being tossed to and fro and carried away with every wind of doctrine. That teacher that Cap is speaking about is a double-minded man,
That's right.
a hypocritical man, a man of a corrupt mind. And what's the fruits to show that that's it? That's that man? He's going to have you believing in one thing one season, and he's going to teach another thing the next season.
That's right.
According to the scriptures, right? And you can say, they might try to say evolve. No, evolve meaning what? Build upon.
Exactly.
Don't mean destroy, then build some. Destroy that, then build some. Destroy that, then no, I mean build upon. That's evolving. You build upon the foundation, right? Keep going, bro.
By the sleight of men and cunning craftiness.
It's saying what?
Cunning craftiness.
It's a cunning craftiness. I ain't gonna say the name of the camp, but man, one of the brothers said these brothers switched their doctrine because people were leaving their camp. What part of the book is that? What part of the say? If that was the case, everybody would have been switching doctrines. Every camp will switch doctrines if that's the case. So you mean to tell me you're not switching it because the Most High gave you the instructions to? Huh? That's dealing with a corrupt-minded brother or brothers. Corrupt-minded, double-minded. Once again, to evolve means to build upon, not to destroy and then rebuild, then destroy that and rebuild. No. Know the fruits of these brothers by their, know what type of trees that these brothers are by their fruits. Some of these brothers are showing you and have shown you evil fruits, and you just chose not to see it, or you choose not to see it. Keep going, bro. Is that everything on that?
Whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
He said, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And then you got to think about this. It says, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Believe it or not, everybody can be deceived. Only the deceivable seed can be deceived. Those that like to deceive can be deceived. What are you talking about now? We're going to go to it. Give me 1 Timothy 4:1-2.
I got a precept for that build upon.
You got something?
I got something.
Go ahead, go and bring that up.
I'm gonna bring this out real quick. What Bruce bringing about evolving. We gotta understand we have the foundation, which is the oracles of the Most High God. Now, like you said, as we study, is what the word is used for what? Reproof, correction, you know what I'm saying? And we build upon that. I'm gonna show you what Paul said about that. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 10. Watch this. According to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, another build their own. We supposed to be building their own. Now watch this. Paul said this, another build their own. But let every man take heed how he build thereupon. Every man should be taking heed on what we do. We should be very cautious of how we moving. Because it's so easy that I become evil. Paul said that. New Testament, you know, a lot of Christianity like New Testament. Paul said that. Being a master builder. That's all I wanted to bring out, bro.
Like Bruce said, bro, we have the foundation. The foundation was set up before we was even thought upon.
Come on.
It's like, well, the word was with him first.
There you go.
No, the foundation is set.
Come on.
You know, we just building upon it. We're nothing, bro. We just building upon this. The Most High can choose whomever he likes.
That's right.
He can build up whoever he likes. We ain't nothing. So we follow suit. That's what we do. We ain't creating anything. There's no new things going on, right? Go back to 2 Timothy 3:8, because I want to show Israel something. Going back to that I being single, we have to stay focused. Because it's like once you lose focus, it's hard to get that back into control. It's possible, but it's hard to get it back into control. So what? If we can remain focused, then that means we can remain in the righteousness.
That's right.
We can remain in good standing with the Father and his Son. Bring that out when you get a chance, Joseph.
2 Timothy
3:8.
3 verse 8.
Bring that back out.
Now Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses. So do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt mind.
No, I'm sorry. Go back to Ephesians 4 and 15. 4 and 14, my bad. And I got the precept to go with that towards the end. That's what I meant, my bad, bro. Let me get that with you too. Ephesians 4 and 15. We let that when you get a chance.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro,
Keep going.
and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness.
You say by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, meaning that these are corrupt Men, evil men that toss you to and fro with the doctrines. Keep going.
whereby they lie and wait to deceive.
Now, I'm finna show you through the scriptures what type of spirits can be deceived. The deceived can be deceived, right? Not the righteous. The deceived can deceive. And they can be deceived by the deceived, right? Let the scripture show you. Give me 2 Timothy 3 and 13. Give me 2 Timothy 3 and 13. That's why we got to stay with the Most High. We got to stay focused. Because the world is evil and wicked and deceptive. You ready, bro?
The book of 2 Timothy,
Uh-huh.
chapter 3, verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
Wait, hold on. It say, but what?
But evil men
Keep going.
and seducers.
And what?
Seducers.
And seducers, smooth talkers, good talkings. Some of these deceptive brothers, good talking, funny, witty. What you call it? What's the word? It's a word that they like to say a lot. Like the brother got a charisma, charismatic. These brothers, you can't deceive and not know how to talk. Right? These some good talking brothers. A lot of words, right? Not too many actions, but a lot of words. Keep going, bro.
Seducers shall wax worse and worse.
These brothers are not finna get better. These brothers are not finna get better. He probably did something to you, probably did a halfway apology, but still holding it to you. Still holding whatever you did to him to you. And he trying to get you again. He trying to get you worse this next time. Right? Keep going.
Deceiving.
The what?
Deceiving.
Deceiving, and guess what? And what?
And being deceived.
And being deceived. Mm-hmm. Deceiving and being deceived. Mm-hmm. Meaning your mind get unfocused. You deceive yourself first. You run the risk of being deceived by that brother. And now you get tit for tat. Now you start deceiving. Now it's just a pool of deception. It sounds like a pool full of snakes, vipers, right? That's not a way to live. Give me 1 Timothy 4 and 1. Give me 1 Timothy.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 1.
Bring that book out, yo.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly.
They say now the Spirit speaketh expressly. Like Cap said, Paul writings, boy, it's a bad man. All Paul is saying, like the prophets of old said before, that's right. Like the apostles said before, like Christ said. When you hear him say the Spirit speaking expressly, he's talking about the words. He's talking about the Torah, the Tanakh, the writings of the Messiah. Keep going.
That in the latter times.
That in what?
Latter times.
That in the latter times. Keep going.
Some shall depart from the faith.
Some people are going to depart from the faith. Some brothers are going to be like, man, I don't see the point of the Sabbath. I don't see the point of the full moon or the new moon. I don't see the point of the day of Simon. I don't see the point of the Feast of First Fruits. I don't see the point. I don't see the point of alms.
That's right.
I don't see the point of studying the Bible. I'm still going through stuff, so I might as well go ahead and just go and focus on this paper, right? Keep going.
Giving heed.
Giving what?
Heed.
Giving heed
to seducers.
To seducers. So now you tired of the truth. So now you getting into Egyptology. Now you getting into 5% nations, gods and earths. Now you want to get into Islam. Christianity. Now you giving heed into all kinds of what? But paganism. A lot of people getting into tarot cards and witchcraft now. Now you want to give heed to your zodiac sign. You like, man, say, this Bible ain't really what the month saying about Virgo. I need to see what's going on with that. Right? Keep going.
Giving heed to seducing
spirits. Keep going.
and doctrines of
and
devils.
doctrines of devils. And let me show you something about these brothers. And I'm glad Cop said what he said. Some of these leaders are real live, operating with corrupt minds. Some of these brothers, man, not only are they corrupting, some of them know they corrupting. Some don't care that they corrupting. Read verse 2. Let me let you know some don't care. Keep going.
Verse 2,
Uh-huh.
speaking lies in hypocrisy,
Speaking lies and hypocrisy. Keep going.
having their conscience seared
Having their conscience seared
with a hot iron.
with a hot iron. They don't care. There's not no conscience within them. They are all about selfish gain. But if your eye is not single, you can fall victim to that brother or sister or to yourself, right? Or to a doctrine or to a spirit. You can fall victim to it. But if we stay focused on the Lord, if we keep which is good, keep that which is good, right? Then we can stay in righteousness and stay in the good graces of the Most High God. Give me Matthew 6:22.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22.
We're going to it. Now we're finna go into the light. Give me, let me get that with you, bro. We're finna go into that light. Keeping our mind focused on that light. Bring it out, bro.
The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be
If
single,
we keep our eye focused, if we keep our mind focused, keep going.
thy whole body
Thy
shall,
what?
Thy whole
Thy
body
whole body, meaning this even goes for organizations, Cap. Because think about it, if the organization stay focused on the goal, it say what? Thy whole body shall what?
shall be full of light.
Shall be full of light. Shall be full of good fruits. Good things of the Most High God. How do we get this? How do we stay on this? Right? Give me Proverbs 6:23. Let's go first and foremost into that light. Let's see what this light is.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
For the commandment is a lamp.
And the law.
And the what?
And the law.
And the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God
is light.
Is what?
Is light.
Is light. And keep going, bro.
And reproof.
And reproofs.
Of instruction.
And instructions, keep going.
Or the way.
Or the way.
Of life.
Of life. This is the first thing you need to understand about this light. We have to be in the words of the Most High God. We have to stick to the words of the Most High God. Give me Deuteronomy 6:25. And to this law, what this law is for us, right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
It should be our righteousness because we know that law, that light is righteousness. It is the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
If we observe.
If we what?
Observe.
Observe. Meaning put your mind towards, keep going.
To do all these commandments.
To do all these commandments, rehearse all the righteous acts.
Before the Lord.
Before who?
The Lord.
Before the Lord. No, this is not saying man. Keep going.
Our God. As he has commanded us.
As he had commanded us, right? This goes into that light. This is part of that light, that righteousness, these laws, these statutes, these commandments. This is the light that's going to get us to the kingdom. Give me Deuteronomy 4:6. What is all this righteousness, these commandments is towards us? What is this?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore
the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
And do them.
And what?
And do them.
And do them, the righteous acts, the feast days, the fruits of the Spirit. Keep going.
For this is your wisdom.
For what?
This is your wisdom.
For this is your wisdom.
And your understanding.
And your what?
And your understanding.
And your understanding. Keep going.
in the sight of the nation.
And in the sight of all the world, the whole world is going to see this wisdom and understanding that we possess, this light that we possess. Keep going.
Which shall hear all these
They're
statutes
going to hear about it. Keep going.
and say, surely this great nation is a wise and
A
understanding
wise and understanding
people.
people. Give me Daniel 12:3. Let me show you how this wisdom is a light. These laws, these statutes, these commandments, this righteousness, this wisdom is all the light that we need.
The book of Daniel,
We're going to chapter 12,
chapter 12,
verse 3. Let me get the
verse
which.
3.
Yes, sir. Bring it out.
And they that be wise,
And they that what?
be wise,
They that be wise, they that let their light shine. Keep going.
shall shine.
Shall what?
Shall shine.
Shall shine. Keep going.
As the brightness.
As the what?
As the brightness.
As the brightness. Keep going.
Of the firmament.
Of the what?
Of the firmament.
Of the firmament. Keep going.
And they that turn many to righteousness.
They that what?
Turn many to
They
righteousness.
that's out there bidding to the marriage. What else? Turning what?
Righteousness.
No. I like that. Say turn what? Many to what?
To righteousness.
Turn many to righteousness. Brothers that's out there bidding to the marriage. Brothers that's out here feeding the sheep through classes. Brothers that's out here showing with their actions, with fringes. Showing it through the righteous acts, through feast days. Showing it with keeping their house in order, keeping themselves in order. Right? Keep going, bro.
As the stars forever.
As the stars.
and ever.
It say as the stars forever and never. That's the light. That's the benefit of keeping your mind focused on the kingdom, keeping your mind focused towards the goodness of the Most High God. Keeping your mind focused on positive things, which is the goodness of the Most High God, the words of the Most High God. We're going to shine like the stars. And these are dark times we living in. We need to shine more than ever. The purpose of the stars is what? To give light in darkness.
That's right.
We really right on time is where I know it's hard. Brothers going through things with their marriages, with their health, with their finances, with their families. But this is the time. This is the time. We built for this, Israel.
That's right.
We built for this right here. We built for it. Esau can't deal with this. What we deal with? What about Moab? Yosef, you think Moab can deal with this?
No, he can't deal with
What about Ammon? Ammon, he a Japanese warrior or something. He can't deal with it either. What about Elon? You know, the foolish priests and all that type. They can't.
He can't deal with it.
Hold on, none of them can't. Okay. Give me Proverbs 4:18. We built for this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 18.
Let me get there. Give me a second. Give me a second. Bring it out.
But the path of the just is as the shining light.
It said, but the path of the what?
Just
The just man
is as the shining
is as
light.
the shining light. We have to let our light shine, Israel. This is a dark world we living in. We have to keep our eyes single. We have to let our light shine. Keep going.
that shineth,
That what?
shineth
That shineth. Keep going.
more and more unto the perfect day.
Unto the perfect day. You say the just man is like a line that shineth more and more. Brothers ain't trying to shine out here, Camp. Brothers ain't trying to shine. Sisters ain't trying to shine. The children not trying to shine. I'm trying to shine, yo. So what about you, bro?
I'm trying to shine.
You see, I went and got my hair come lined up, right? Went and got me some little cologne.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shine for the Most High God. I'm getting my fast in, Yosef.
That's right.
You hear me, Yosef?
That's right.
I'm not doing everything, Yosef, the best way. but I'm giving the best efforts.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let me get something on that.
Bring some
I'm
out.
glad you
Cap.
brought up that best effort, because when you think about it, Israel, this is what we want you to understand. What you're looking at right now is sheep feeding sheep.
That's right.
Because Yahweh Shai is our shepherd as well as the Most High God.
That's right.
So when you think about the eye being single, what is the biggest distraction to the eye being single? Give me James chapter 4. We're going to start at verse 1. Because when you think about what is the biggest distraction of the eye being single, that means your mind being focused on salvation.
That's right.
I'm going to share it with you. The lust of the flesh is the biggest distraction that we have.
That's right.
Watch this. Bring it out, James 4:1 right
The
quick.
book of James, chapter 4, verse 1.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
From whence come wars and fighting among you?
Understand what he's addressing. Read on.
Come they not hence,
Uh-huh.
even of your lust,
Evil of your lust. Read.
that war with your members.
War in your member. The first war that you got to deal with is yourself.
That's right.
Like the brother was bringing it out. The first battle that you got to fight is your flesh.
That's right.
Your corner mind.
That's right.
The lust of the flesh.
That's right.
That's the first battle. Watch this. Read on. Next verse 2.
Ye lust,
Ye what?
ye lust,
Read.
and have not.
And have not. Read.
Ye kill,
Uh-huh.
and desire to
And
have,
desire to have. All these things is the element of lust. All these things is a distraction towards that single eye.
That's right.
Read on.
and cannot obtain.
Cannot obtain. Read.
Ye fight
Okay.
at war,
Uh-huh.
yet ye have not,
You battle in battle, still not satisfied within yourself. Read on.
because ye ask not.
And this is what the brother talking about. Because your eye not seen.
That's right.
You're not focused on salvation. You focus on the car.
That's
You focus on the pay rate. You focus on everything more. And I'm going to say this because it's okay to focus on that, but you focus on that more than salvation,
That's right.
which is the Father.
That's right.
That's all I got on
That's
that.
right. Come on. Like Cap said, all these different things are essential anyway. So the Most High know what we need.
There you go.
What's the precept when he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. Give me 2 Corinthians 4 and 6. Let me get there with you.
2 Corinthians 4, 6. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness,
Uh-huh.
hath shined in our hearts.
Has shined in what?
Our hearts.
Has shined in our hearts. That's the words of God. That's the keeping of the laws of God. That what shines in our mind. Keep going.
To give the light,
To give what?
the light
To give the light. Keep going.
of the knowledge
Of the knowledge. Keep going.
of the glory of
Of
God
the glory of the Most High. Keep going.
in the face of Jesus Christ.
Through his beloved Son, the Hamashiach.
That's right.
Through his beloved Son. Right? Give me Philippians 2 and 15.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
That ye might be blameless and harmless, the sons of God,
That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God. Man, I'm gonna use this opportunity to speak about a situation I had. Man, I'm fresh off a fast, and I had got into a situation with a family member. And in the situation, we on the phone. The family member says something very threatening and disrespectful. This fresh off a fast. I failed the test. I failed that test. I told that family member pull up. I told him, pull up. And I felt horrible afterwards. I felt horrible afterwards. I'm saying that because the scriptures is saying that we gotta be harmless as well as blameless.
That's right.
People go say things, people go do certain things, but unless that individual is coming to you in the physical, trying to harm you or your family, there's no need, no reason to indulge or entertain that type of spirit. Because it's for sure there to tempt you. That's it. You know, wanted to use that opportunity to speak. Because like I say, he not, man, I hope you think he not trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. You gotta,
That's
you gotta,
right.
I'm trying to be like
That's right.
Paul, throw some stones. I just get up and walk home. You know,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, give me
Bring that up.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse
Bring it
17, because you know what Israel got to understand, man. Sheep feeding sheep here. This is an everyday battle, man. You know how, like, a lot of times, even Paul, I love what he say, I dare not count myself as the number.
That's right.
In Luke, it addressed that we are unprofitable servants.
That's
We
right.
just have done what we've been called to do. Well, my brother was analyzing and addressing, hey, Paul spoke about it, right? Watch this. It's Galatians 5 and 17. Watch this.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit.
What?
Uh-huh.
The flesh lusteth against the spirit.
Understand, at that point, my brother came off his spiritual fast,
Uh-huh.
but the Bible addressed for the flesh lusted against the spirit. Read on.
And the spirit
Uh-huh.
against the flesh.
Now watch what Paul say. Read.
And these are contrary,
They are contrary. Read.
the one to the other.
So when you really deal with this, Israel, your flesh and your spirit don't have no desire to accommodate each other.
That's right.
Your spirit is on a whole nother realm than your flesh.
That's right.
Your flesh have no desire to keep the commandments of the God.
That's right.
When the brother got off the fast,
Right.
I'll pray for my brother. He told him to pull up. Was that the spirit or was that the flesh?
That was the flesh.
But that's the battle we deal with every day.
That's right.
The question you got to ask yourself, which one you feeding every day?
That's right.
Because that's what's going to win in your life.
That's right.
If you feeding your flesh, which is the corner mindset of this world, oh yeah, you're going to do the same.
That's right.
That's the battle. That's why we teach and edify and try to wake Israel up. Finish it out, bro.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Now I want to jump over right quick. Give me chapter 6, verse 7 and 8 right quick. Because this is what we got to understand. The Most High God is not playing games. That's why we have grace and mercy to get it right now. My bro gonna have to go into another phase. I'm gonna rock with him. So watch this. Because we understand the scripture. Watch this. Read that.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7.
Watch this.
Be not deceived.
Come on.
God is not
We
mocked.
understand what it's reading. Most High is not playing no game.
That's
Read.
right.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
Whatever you sow, whatever you feed into your spirit, into your body, into your members, read,
that shall he also reap.
you're gonna reap it, man.
That's right.
A lot of time when they say you kill by the sword, you're gonna what? Die by the sword. Cause
That's
watch
right.
this, read on.
For he that soweth to his flesh
When you sow to the flesh,
Uh-huh.
when you go into the lust of this world, read,
shall of the flesh reap corruption.
it's gonna be corruption. Read on.
That's right.
But he that soweth to the spirit,
To the what?
to the spirit,
This Bible, keeping the oracles of the Most High God. Read.
shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
That's what we should be striving for.
That's
Keeping that eye single.
That's right.
That's all I got. Bro.
That's right. I'll praise to the Most High.
I'll pray.
Keeping that eye single. Go back to Philippians 2 and 15.
The book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 15.
Let me get that with you. Big come on that cat.
I'll pray.
You can bring that out.
That ye may be blameless,
That ye may be what? That
blameless
ye may be blameless. Keep going.
and heartless,
And what?
harmless.
And harmless. Keep going.
The sons of God,
The what?
the sons of
The
God,
sons of God. Keep going.
without rebuke,
Keep going.
in the midst of
In the midst of what?
a crooked
In the midst of the crooked.
and perverse nation,
In the midst of the crooked and the perverse nation. meaning Babylon. We are in a world where what? Where everybody want to pull up,
That's
right? Everybody trying to prove something. Everybody got ops. Everybody a hot girl. Everybody a slider, a shooter, a stepper,
Yeah.
right? We have to be different. Keep going.
Among whom ye shine as lights.
Among who?
Whom ye shine as lights in the
It
world.
say among whom ye shine as lights in the world. We have to keep our eyes single and stay focused on the mark and let the laws of God shine and the fruits of God shine through our vessels. Give me 2 Peter 1:19.
Sometimes, man, I don't think Israel understand, man. This our last captivity, man.
See,
We don't get it right this time, it's over.
real talk.
The second death.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 19.
That's right.
We have also a more sure word of prophecy.
We have also a more sure word of prophecy. This goes into what Cap is saying. Now we have all the accounts in one book.
Right.
Some prophets was able to live a righteous life just out having Ezekiel. Some prophets was able to have a righteous life just out having 3 books of Moses. Right? It say now that we have what? We have what?
Also a more sure word.
We have a more sure word of prophecy. Keep going.
Whereunto ye do well that ye take heed.
That ye what?
Take heed.
That ye take heed. We have the Torah, the Tanakh. We have Christ. We have the apostles. Keep going.
As unto a light.
As unto what?
A light.
We have to use all these resources, all these words, all these accounts, all this history to battery pack us as we let the lights of God, as we let the light of God shine through us. Keep going.
That shineth in a dark
They
place.
shining what?
In a dark
They're
place.
shining in a dark place. Notice it ain't saying shining where the shine already at. We gotta shine in the dark place. Keep going.
Until the day dawn.
Until the day dawn. Keep going.
And the day star arise in your heart.
And the day star arise in your hearts. Give me 1 John 2:8. Give me 1 John 2:8.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 8.
Yes, sir.
Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you. Because the darkness is past.
Because the darkness is past. Keep going.
And the true light now shineth.
And the true light now shineth. The true light is the truth that the Most High blessed us with, knowing that we are of Israel, knowing that we have to keep the fruits of the Spirit, rehearse the righteous acts, love our brothers, love the Most High God with all thy heart and with all thy mind and all thy soul, and continue to strive for perfection. That's the true light, right? Give me 2 Esdras 5:4.
The book of 2 Esdras, chapter 5, verse 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live.
It say, but if the Most High grant thee to live, keep going.
Thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day, and the
I think I put the wrong precept on here. My bad about that. let me give me Deuteronomy 4:9. I think that was it on the light. My bad. Give me Deuteronomy 4:9. That was 8 on the light.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 9. And what nation?
Chapter 4, verse 9. That's 8.
Shalak.
Uh-huh.
Verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Only take heed to yourself.
Only take heed to thyself. Like Paul said, don't you know your own selves? Now we got to keep in mind, we got to know what we're going through. We got to know what we got to get better in. We got to know our weaknesses. We got to know these different type of things. Like Paul said also, we glory. He said, don't glory in your strengths, glory in your weaknesses.
That's right.
Don't be bragging about, I can teach pretty good. I can read pretty good. Now, glory in your weaknesses, because the Most High can get the glory in it.
That's right.
You heard Enoch speak about telling the family member to pull up, and I digress the situation, but I'm using it as a teaching, as an example, because now if you see Enoch in the street, and if you say some word to me, I'm gonna just walk off. I might walk slow. But I'm gonna walk out. Indeed. For sure. Keep going, bro.
And keep thy soul diligently.
And keep what?
Thy soul.
And keep thy soul diligently. I don't have a problem with talking about that fault, because I know I'm trying to please the Most High. Not no brother, not no sister, not no flesh. I am trying to please the Most High. I fear him. I can't walk around stunned in front. No. It said you have to glory in your weaknesses, right? Keep going.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Keep going, bro.
And lest they depart from thine heart all the days of thine life.
Keep going, bro.
But teach them thy sons.
Teach this to thy sons, teachers, your spiritual sons. Teach these to the younger men in the congregation. Teach keeping faithful to the words of God. Staying diligent to the words of God. Spreading life. Spreading the fruits of the Spirit. Teach these things to these younger men so they can be better men. Keep going.
And thy sons.
And thy sons. And they're going to continue the teachings. A positive cycle, right? Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 17. We're ready to close it up soon, Israel.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God.
It say ye shall diligently keep the commandments and of the Lord your God. Man, Yosef, Cap, gotta see. My favorite word, bro, in the Bible is that word diligent. Because when you research the word diligent, not only does it mean careful, it also means moving forward. So when you hear diligently, you got to think of action while being careful at the same time. So you keep moving forward, but you're observing. You're patient. You're doing better. You're learning from what you just went through. You got to be diligent. You're aware. You're keeping the laws of God. You're keeping the fear of the Most High. Keep going.
And his testimony.
And his what?
Testimony.
Keep going, bro.
And his statute.
And his what?
His statute.
Keep going, bro.
Which he has commanded
Which
thee.
he had commanded thee. Give me Psalms 119 and 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 4.
Yes, sir. Keep going, bro.
Thou hast commanded us.
Thou hast what?
Commanded
It's
us.
David. David said the Most High had commanded us. Keep going.
To keep.
To what?
To keep.
To what?
To keep.
To keep
Thy precepts.
thy precepts, the words of God, the
Diligently.
history, diligently. Diligently. Give me Proverbs 11 and 27, bro. Bring it out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 27.
He
that diligently,
that what?
diligently,
He that carefully move forward, keep going,
seeketh good,
striving for perfection, showing the fruits of the Spirit, showing true repentance. Keep going.
procureth
Favor. Keep going.
But he that seeketh mischief, it shall come
to him.
unto him.
The brother that is seeking positivity is going to receive positivity and favor from the Most High. But the brother that's seeking wickedness, you go get wickedness. You go get that as well. Give me Hebrews 11:6.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 6. But without faith,
But what?
Without faith,
keep going.
It is impossible to please him.
It is impossible to please him. Keep going.
For he that cometh to God must believe that he is.
Keep going.
And that he is a rewarder.
And he is a rewarder. He's going to reward. Keep going.
Of them.
Of who?
Of them that diligently.
That what?
Diligently.
That diligently
seek him.
Seek him. Keep thy eyes single, Israel. Continue to strive for perfection. Continue to shine your light. Continue to look after and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. We're finna close it out. Give me John 21:14-17. You got anything else, Cap?
Come. I say I'm straight.
Yeah, good.
There's only one good. So I'm straight.
The book of John, chapter 14,
21.
Verse 21.
Chapter 21, verse 14.
Come,
read it through 17.
17.
The purpose of these classes, Israel, is like Cap said, sheep feeding sheep. Continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to seek out the sincere milk, continue to search throughout the scriptures. Go and close it out, Yosef.
He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas.
You started at 14? Start at 14.
This is now the third time that Jesus showed himself to his disciples. After that, he was risen from the dead.
Bring it out.
So when they had dined, Jesus said unto Simon Peter,
to the chief cornerstone, keep going.
Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?
Keep going.
He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou know that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs.
Feed my lambs. Keep going.
He said unto him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Keep going.
He said unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Jesus said unto him, Feed my sheep.
On that note, our praise to the Most High, Israel. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.